Hello everyone, it's Edwina from My Craft Orchard. Welcome to One Book July. Now, for those of you who do not know what One Book July is, it's a planner journaling challenge that happens every July. And it was created by a lady called Carrie Harling, Romany from RhomanysRealm, and Miss Vicky B. I believe it's 9 years ago. Since then, a lady who I cannot remember the name of does digital planning, so she's joined, and then Meg from Meg's Journals has also joined last year. Now all of these 5 ladies are, some of them are single, some of them have kids, some of them are young, some of them are like me in my mid-40s. All of them plan and journal in a completely different way. So Carrie Harling is very a functional planner. Romany is a little bit of function but mainly art. A lot of her stuff is art journaling. Miss Vicky B has absolutely every journal under the sun, and uses them all. So she, the one lady does digital, and it's all digital apps, computer, tablet, the lot. And Meg from Meg's Journals, she does mainly junk journaling, but she's very arty as well. So the whole point of One Book July is one book, one pen for 1 month, and it's to get back to basics. What do I need in my planning system? Okay, so this year, which I know you're all waiting for, is what are you going to use, Edwina? What are we using? So this is my cover. It's a leather, it's a really soft leather cover that I've bought off Amazon, and if it's actually stitched, and it's a lovely brown and it's really soft. It's got a lining in it and a bookmark, and I just tucked your journal in there. As you can see, I haven't actually set my journal up yet, and there is a reason why I haven't set my journal up, and I'm going to come to that in a minute. So that's my cover. This is going to be my journal now. It's a Stalogy 365 A5, and I've been wanting one of these for ages, and at Christmas hubby kindly bought me one. Okay, and it's amazing, I have to say. I've put off using it till now because I knew how much I was going to love this, and none of my other journals are ever going to get another look in. So for the ladies who are journalers or know all about Stalogy, this is a Japanese brand made in Japan. It has 368 pages, I believe. Let me just have a look. 368 pages. Very minimal detail. It has a very faint, which you can't see. Oh, there you can a little bit. Faint grid, which is a 4mm grid. Okay. And then across the top there's months, days of the week, and days, very, very small, tiny. And then down the side there's the day times. I'm not going to use any of that. I'm using this as just a normal notebook, but it's thinner paper. It's very, listen to that, very thin paper. Not as thin as tone rubber paper. It's as good as, and I have actually done a bit of a pen test in the back here of all of the pens that I normally use. So I've got my Bic, I've got my mild liners, my fountain pen, gel pens, ballpoint pens, and so far none of them have bled through. None of they haven't bled through, but you can see them. Okay, you can see sort of that black one there, which is a paper place from the Works fine tip, but it hasn't bled through, so I'm not too concerned about that, because if I use that for lines, The lines that will cover it on the following page will cover it anyway. So that's what I'm using. Okay, so I have a bit of a test for you, and I've got an exercise that I want you to do along with me. Okay, so I want you to go and grab yourself a piece of A4 paper and a pen, or a bunch of coloured pens, whatever you prefer. So go and pause the video and go and grab those things. Okay, if you manage to get yourself a cup of tea as well, that's even better. So what we're going to do is I'm going to zoom you in so you can see my paper better. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about you. Okay, we'll talk about you, because you are very, very unique. You're your own person, and you are completely different to everybody else around you. So you need something different in planning than everybody else does. I need something different to you. So for instance, I am a mom of one, a 6-year-old, so he's in primary school. I run my own business. I run a home. I don't work for anybody else. I have lots of hobbies, and I enjoy life. It's as simple as that. You might be retired. You might have older children who are all at university. You might have a church group or a craft group that you run. So your planning would be completely different to mine. So on the top of your piece of paper just here, I want you to write down all the things that you are. So I'm a mom. I'm a wife. A daughter. A sister. I'm an aunt. I'm a great aunt, which actually makes me feel like I'm very old, but I'm not. Okay. I'm a business person. A crafter. A journaler. A home owner. Need to put my teeth in. Okay. I'm a sports fan. As you probably realise, I really love the cycling. Tour de France is on at the moment, so I'll be watching that. I am a YouTuber, and I'm starting to dabble in writing as well, so I'm going to call myself a writer as well. Okay, so quick brainstorm of who am I. All of these things need some sort of planning. All of these need some sort of lists or something like that. So that's why we've just made that list. Okay, so I'm going to change colour. And I'm going to zoom you out just a little bit so you can see the rest of my piece of paper. Okay. So keeping all of those things in mind of who you are and what you need, the first thing I personally think everybody needs, and it's a must-have, okay, is a future log. If you're a bullet journaler, they call it a future log. It could be the calendar on your wall. It could be your Google app. You know, anything like that really. This is the must-have. Okay? This is your stake in the ground that tells you where everything is. So what goes on your future log, your calendar, in this diary, whatever. Things like birthdays. Okay? Birthdays. Appointments for the dentist. Okay? So there's the dentist, the optician. Can't spell, so don't worry about it. I'm doing this really fast. The doctor, For me, it will be school dates. So what I want you to do is under your future log, I want you to write everything that would go onto that. I've got holidays, I've got things like your house insurance, your MOT for your car, when the TV now TV subscription or your magazine subscription ends. That all goes on there. The future log needs to be a minimum of 12 months. Okay, so if you're starting now in July, it would run to July next year. So you're looking at an academic planner, that sort of thing. If you're going to go out and buy yourself a new one, if you're a bullet journaler, you can just make your own spreads up however you like. Okay, so this is a place to put all your future dates, all your future tasks, all your future reminders. You know, if you've got a prescription that only ever goes in every 3 months, this is where it goes. This is the hard bones. This is the thing that doesn't change. Because if you change your planner or your cover, or you go from a traveller's notebook to an A5 notebook to a predated calendar, this one is where you come to fill those things back in. If you lose this, you've lost everything, all your times, your dates and everything. Okay, now I'm not a digital planner. I actually prefer to do this on paper. However, I have now started using Google as a calendar for these types of things, mainly because I can download the school stuff onto it easier. Now, your future log doesn't have to be a yearly calendar. You can have every single month. So if you've got a pre-printed planner which has got every single month in it, that can be your future log, and then you can use that for a monthly planner as well. Not a problem. So for me, that's your must-have. Okay. So the next thing that I think you need, which is an I personally need to have, is a month. Okay, that's a need to have. Sorry, I can't talk and write at the same time. Okay, so this is looking at what is happening in the next 4 weeks or 5 weeks. Okay, you're also looking at next month. So in the next 4 weeks, what's happening? So for me, it's 1 book July, the Tour de France is on, it's Harry's birthday, my son's birthday, the schools break up. That all needs to be gone. It needs to go somewhere on this month. Okay, of all those things. On top of that, then, as I've said, I've got a birthday, so I need a task list of all the things that I need to do in the month, but I also need a project planner. Okay, some sort of project planning. So all the birthday plans that I have, all the tasks that need to be done for the birthday, needs to go onto that project plan. For the summer holidays, any ideas, any plans, any places we want to go on holiday, activities, any play dates that I arrange need to go onto the summer holiday. And then on top of that, at some point during August, I need to start planning uniform buying, which is a nightmare. If all you mums out there will realise that it's a nightmare uniform buying is. Okay, so next 4 weeks, have a quick look at next month to see if anything needs to go onto the task list. The project planner can also be a place to brainstorm, and it can literally be, you could have a double spread for your month like that, and then you turn over the page, there's your project plans, there's your task list for the month, and you could have a whole page on school holidays, I could have a whole page on birthday preparations, and I could have a whole page on school uniform. Knowing that they're in there, and then every time I have an idea or anybody suggests something or makes a date, it's all in there. Okay, so that's what I need. The next one, next spread, would be a weekly spread. Now you don't have to have a weekly spread. You could just work off your month, not a problem whatsoever. I personally want to have a weekly spread. Don't know if you can see that. No, that's not showing up very well. So what, I'll just change my pen to the black because that's not showing up very well. Okay, so on my week, okay, I am going to put my daily focus. So every day of the week I have a daily focus, which would be home, daisy craft, my craft orchard, social media, something like that. Okay. I would then also put my menu. So what are we eating for tea? I'm a busy mum, I need to know what I'm eating for tea. You know, do I have to get the chicken out of the freezer, or are we having takeout, so do I have to use an app to order it in, or, you know, that sort of thing. I'm also going to put my top 3. What top 3 things have I got to get done today? What is the most important thing? If I don't do anything else, what are those 3? So a top 3 could be, I have an appointment today, so that's my first top appointment, my first priority. It could be, I have a task that has to be done. I have to phone the doctors, or I have to check my bank account because I know I'm going shopping tomorrow, or I have to complete my menu because I've got to do an online shop. And my third one might be that I have to do my online shop. You know, or book the slot for the online shop, or I've got a coffee morning to go to, or I want to write a page of my novel, or I want to knit 4 rows of my knitting. It could be anything. Top 3. Then I would have a weekly tasks list. Now, task list for a week. If you follow Getting Things Done, you don't have tasks list. You have specific days where you do specific things, and then you have a master task list, which they call next actions. The task list that goes for the week are things you are only going to be able to do this week. If you make that too big, you'll never get it done. It's as simple as that. Same as your monthly task list. If you get these too large, you'll never get them done. But you do need a reserve list of tasks, so that if you finish your top 3 by 11 o'clock in the morning and you've got the rest of the day, you can have a super productive day because you've got your task list and you can start checking off the stuff that needs to be done. Okay. What I also put on my weekly is my Fly Lady stuff. So my zone, have I done my sync, that sort of thing. Now, if you're a bullet journaler, then you'll know that the next spread would be a daily. I have a real love-hate relationship with a daily page. Sometimes I fill them out, sometimes I don't fill them out. I'm just left with blank pages in my journals. Sometimes I can, sometimes I don't, you know. It's my problem to sort out. Give it a go. Give it a go. Start with your future log, do a bit of monthly, try a few weeks, try a daily. If it's not for you, don't do it. As simple as that. This is what One Book July is all about. It's about trying new things. It's taking your system, taking it apart, which is what we're doing, and saying, I need that, I need that, I don't need a daily. Okay? You might, instead of having a daily, you might decide to do a daily journal. So you write down what happened today, or a gratitude journal, or something like that. Okay. So I hope that was useful, giving you something to think about. Get a piece of paper, have a think about your planning system. Start with, who are you? Who are you? What responsibilities do you have that need to be planned and looked at, and tasks that need to be done on a weekly, a monthly, a daily basis. and then incorporate that into your notebook. So One Book July this year has also been announced that the theme is habits and routines. So once I've set my journal up, because it's not set up yet, I will do another video on how I'm going to incorporate habits and routines into my life, into my journal, how I record those sort of things. The one big one will be the Flow Lady stuff. The second one will be my focus days. Okay, so if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, for instance, what I'm going to be doing with my focus days and my Flow Lady and my routines, then please subscribe. And I'll see you next time. My Craft Orchard, where skills and ideas can grow. I'll see you soon. Bye.